Good evening and welcome to the Channel Studios here in London with your international news around the world in 5. Donald Trump says the UK's plan to hand over sovereignty of the Chagos Islands to Mauritius is an act of great stupidity. He says the deal, in which the UK would lease a military base on the territory while handing over sovereignty, is one of the reasons he wants the US to take over Greenland. The Trump administration had previously backed the deal. Prime Minister Sir Keir Starmer has said the 99-year lease on the UK-US military base after sovereignty is handed over will cost the UK £101 million a year.
Do you have a message for Europeans who are concerned about the messages from the White House around Greenland this week?
Yeah, it's time to buck up. It's time to get serious and stop being complicit.
A large Russian aerial strike on Ukraine has again left half of Kyiv's residential buildings without heating or power, as temperatures across the country continue to hover around -10 degrees. Drones, ballistic and cruise missiles targeted several locations in Ukraine, including Kyiv, Dnipro in the centre, and Odessa in the south. Air raid alerts in the capital lasted for most of the night. On Tuesday, sirens rang out again as Russian drones and cruise missiles approached the capital. President Volodymyr Zelensky said a significant number of targets had been intercepted.
I'm alive. I don't know how my family is.
Uganda's opposition leader Bobi Wine says he will not contest the result of Thursday's election in court, citing a lack of confidence in the judiciary, and has instead urged his supporters to take to the streets to protest peacefully. Speaking from hiding, he said he would continue to stand up to President Yoweri Museveni despite concerns for his safety. The 81-year-old Museveni won the vote by a landslide and has accused the opposition of seeking to overturn the results through violence, calling them terrorists.
I asked the confused people to come back to...
He gained 72% of the vote, while Wine, his closest challenger, got 25%. Wine maintains the results are fake and has cited ballot stuffing without providing any details.
I would love to be in my home. I've not changed my clothes in days. I want to be home. I want to be free. I want to take care of my people. But the military and police have taken over my home. This is a crackdown to intimidate, to silence, and to completely, subdue the forces of change. This time, not the police, not the military, but Electoral Commission officials took part in pre-ticking ballot papers in favor of General Museveni. Glad enough, we have record of them, we have videos of them doing that.
Spanish Prime Minister Pedro Sanchez has announced 3 days of national mourning for victims of the high-speed train crash that killed at least 41 people. Sanchez also promised to get to the bottom of why the two high-speed trains collided in southern Spain. Heavy machinery is being used to assist in the recovery. Rescuers worked through a second night and said the death toll included 3 bodies still trapped in the wreckage. More than 120 people were injured when carriages on a Madrid-bound train derailed and crossed over to the opposite tracks. The crash is the worst the country has seen in more than a decade. Australia's Parliament has voted for sweeping gun law reforms and a crackdown on hate speech, a month after 2 attackers shot 15 people dead at a Jewish festival at Bondi Beach. Both bills passed the House of Representatives and the Senate at a special sitting late on Tuesday. The gun reform measures include a national gun buyback scheme and new checks on firearm licence applications. The Home Affairs Minister said the Bondi gunman would not legally have had access to firearms if such a law had been in place prior to the attack. The bitterly cold winter, even by Ukrainian standards, has brought the occasional beautiful scene, as well as pain and disruption for residents. Here, one of the country's tallest waterfalls completely frozen, attracting visitors from far and wide. Temperatures in the area have dropped to -20 in recent weeks, causing the rare phenomenon. And more than 100 vehicles were involved in a pileup that closed the interstate road in Ottawa County in Michigan. State police reported that there had been multiple injuries but no fatalities. One man involved in the accident said he could barely see the cars in front of him due to the snow when driving at 20 miles per hour before the crash. And that's your international news around the world in 5. Now back to the Channel Studios in Lagos.